Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and today I'm crafting with the Spellbinders Cheers to You collection, and there are some really wonderful BetterPress plates in this collection. I only have a few of them. I've got the Buffalo Plaid, Sprigs, and the Cheers to You sentiments, and I have had a ball with the plaid. I really love this. I even glimmered it, which I'll show you a couple of those panels because I'm going to actually clean them up a little bit. But my video today is going to be a case video where I both copy and share as well as make a clean and simple card. Okay, so then I am going to just start off by cleaning up this glimmered panel a little bit because I didn't really get overfoiling per se. It's just that some of the foil clung a bit more aggressively to the edges because there's lots of really fine lines here. But it all will get removed very easily with this nice soft white eraser. So I was able to clean that up perfectly. And what's nice is that the positive and the negative foiling basically give you the same thing, which is kind of cool. And I've got on screen here the card that I'm going to copy and share. I found it on Pinterest, and it's actually from a person who has an Etsy shop. So I put her Etsy shop name. I don't know, I can't remember if this specific card is still available for purchase, but I was scrolling through Pinterest and the bold colors of this card really caught my eye. So from there, I was very intrigued by this very angled of effect of just having these kind of sections that are in thirds with one another, but at an angle, kind of a little bit askew. And so I thought I would sort of do something very similar because with copy and share, that's the whole idea, is to not just be inspired by somebody, but actually try to maybe replicate something, but still put your own little twist on it. So my little twist will be, I'm not going to go super bold with my colors. I'm actually going to do the opposite. I'm going to go monochromatic. So what I've done is with the Buffalo Plaid, I have pressed that out with Delicata Pink Shimmer, which is a pretty close color to a Spellbinders cardstock that I have. And I think this is Spellbinders. Maybe it's not. But I thought that it was a close match. And then I have the Sprigs and the sentiments pressed out in azalea, garnet, and teal topaz. And then after I finished filming, I continued making more of these, and I also pressed out the sentiment in some VersaFine Clair Monarch, as well as Verdant. That's kind of close to the peridot color, and as well Twilight, which is a very dark navy blue. And I also think I did the sentiment in Heliotrope too, which is a Versacolor. So lots of different options for what you can use to BetterPress with. But to do the angled, I just kind of eyeballed the angle for these two panels, and I initially taped them together just so that I can move them around as one piece. And you can see kind of the back of this. This was me foiling, but it was not a very good foiling. So I am just going to use the other side of that. One of the things that I kind of forgot, but not sure if I've ever really tried it and knew for a fact, but that was foiled onto 100% cotton card. Normally foiling does much better on something that's super smooth, so I'm not too sure why. I think I just wasn't really thinking about the cardstocks that I was grabbing, and so it's kind of no wonder why I didn't get a great foiling on that. So don't don't use your 100% cotton card with foiling. I haven't gotten it to successfully foil. I tried actually 2 or 3 times until I realized what I was doing, and the fact that I would probably get a much better foiling if I actually used a nice smooth cardstock. I think it was because I was using the BetterPress plate to foil with, and so that's why I card. But I tried to find some Love from Lizzie's pinstripe stickers to clean up this edge here, but I couldn't find a good match, so why not just trim down a nice sliver of that exact same cardstock that I have as my matte layer that I also used for my embossed panel, which is from the March Club Kits, 3D embossing folder Club Kits. And so everything is very, very tone on tone. And the sprig that I use, as well as the sentiment I end up using, is all going to be in this very light, soft pink. And there are just so many different sprigs. I was trying to figure out what a good configuration is. But ultimately what I ended up doing was shifting all of this to the left just to balance out the more solid block of color a little bit. But I'll also show that the panels that I originally cut down for this first card, if you cut them carefully, you can actually there's still enough of it left over to where you can get a second card. And here's me putting together that second card. So I'm not going to put together the full card, but I'll show it to you in the end. But you do have enough here to put together a second panel. So it's not really much of a waste at all. It might seem like a waste to be trimming these at such odd angles, but it works out that you can get 2 panels, so that's really nice. Now for my Clean and Simple card. Now Clean and Simple is something that I struggle with quite a lot because I don't do it enough. And so one of the reasons to start this series is so that I can really exercise and develop that muscle by just being more intentional with making that a goal. And so what I've got here is my buffalo plaid that's been pressed out in Memento Luxe Pear Tart. I have paired that with some solid color cardstock in Spellbinders Peridot. And this really, really lovely blue is Teal Topaz. That's an actual BetterPress ink. And as well, I'm going to use the sentiment in BetterPress ink Garnet. So one of the things with Clean and Simple is I have a hard time with it, but I think in this case, this one came a little bit easier to me because I was still able to use some really bright, fun colors. So I still end up with quite a lot of white space, but it didn't really make me as uncomfortable to leave all of that white space as it normally would because I'm using such strong, bright, bold colors. So or either that or maybe I'm just getting a little bit more comfortable with Clean and Simple in general. But I really like that I used as many colors as I could because every single element is a different color. I've got my Peridot Pear Tart combination here. I've got my Teal Topaz, and then I have the Garnet in the Sentiment. And so I've really just maximized how much color I can put on here. And even though there's still quite a lot of white space, which is generally, I think Clean and Simple, there's a lot of different interpretations of it, but in a very strict sense, it's very kind of minimalistic, and one of the defining features of Clean and Simple is a lot of white space. And so this, to me, I felt was a little bit easier, and I think a lot of it is due to the fact that I was still able to use some very fun, vibrant colors. And so that white space, all that white space doesn't really bother me as much as it would normally. So this one was a fun one to do, and I'm definitely gonna do a few more. So if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll see me share over the next few days more of different variations on this. But here's a final look at the 3 cards that I made in this video. So this is my copy and share card, and I really like this sort of angled look. I don't know that I've done this exact pattern before, but I love mixing the embossing with a patterned either paper or in this case a pressed background. And here is my clean and simple card, which I think is really fun. And like I said, this is getting slightly easier. I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with leaving a lot of white space, and so this has been really fun. I hope that you enjoyed my cards today. Let me know if you have a favorite from these 3, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Thanks. Bye.